Hannah was very excited. Today, she was going to the Space Museum with her dad. She loved reading about space, about stars, planets, and astronauts. Now, she was going to see real space things up close. "Are you ready, Hannah?" her dad asked, smiling at her. "Yes, Dad." "I can't wait to see everything," she said, jumping into the car. The drive to the museum wasn't long, and soon they arrived. The building was huge, with a big sign that said Space Museum at the entrance. When they walked inside, the first thing Hannah saw was a model of a giant rocket. It was taller than a house. "Wow, Dad, look at that rocket," she said, pointing at it. Her dad nodded. "Yes, Hannah. This is the kind of rocket astronauts use to travel to space." Hannah's eyes were wide as she imagined flying in a rocket, zooming through space to visit the moon or Mars. They moved to the next room, where there were models of planets hanging from the ceiling. Hannah recognized them immediately. "That's Earth. And there's Mars and Jupiter," she said, excitedly naming the planets. Her dad smiled. "Good job, Hannah. You really know a lot about space." They continued walking through the museum, looking at pictures of astronauts, spacesuits, and real pieces of moon rock. Hannah was fascinated by everything. She couldn't stop asking questions. How do astronauts eat in space? What's it like to walk on the moon? Do stars live forever? Her dad laughed. Astronauts have special food they can eat in space. Walking on the moon is different because there's no gravity and stars live for millions of years, but one day they do disappear. Hannah's favorite part of the museum was the room with the space simulator. She and her dad sat in a small chair that moved like a rocket. It felt like they were really flying to space. The screen showed stars and planets, and Hannah felt like she was in a real rocket. "This is amazing, Dad," she said, smiling. After the simulator, they visited the gift shop. Hannah chose a small toy rocket and a book about space to take home. She couldn't wait to read more about the stars and planets before bed. As they left the museum, Hannah looked up at the sky. "Maybe one day I can be an astronaut too," she said, dreaming about space. Her dad put his arm around her. "You can do anything, Hannah. Maybe one day you'll fly to the stars."